Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 4 video. In tonight's video, we're going to be talking about the GKS 2.0, which is the Tactical Unicorn variant, which is unlocked basically at level 105, I believe it is, of the Black Ops pass on the current season that we're on. This gun, basically what the Unicorn does, of course, changes the look of the gun and also changes the default sight, which can affect, a class setup and stuff like that. That's what we're going to talk about in tonight's video. Now, I want to upload a ton of videos this weekend to start pumping the content because I have so many videos lined up and ready to go. So as soon as this video hits 1,000 likes, I will upload another video. As soon as you guys smash up 1,000 likes, I have another one. Basically, it's almost ready to go. I got to work on a little bit more to complete it, but I will upload that once this one smashes 1,000. So let's go for 1,000 likes. If you guys could smash that really quick, that would be absolutely amazing. So I could upload another video, maybe like in the middle of the night or something like that. Also subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and not already subscribed. I would really appreciate that. It only takes a second to subscribe if you're not already, and a second hit that like button, so I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so let's talk about the GKS. Now, previously I've said this was the best SMG in the game about a month, when the game first came out, and I really did believe that, but I think over time and with patch updates, it has changed. I still think this is a top 3 SMG in the game, but I probably don't think it's the best anymore because of basically how this gun works. And how this gun works, this is still a really good gun in the game, but I'm saying there might be better options depending on what you want to do. Now, how this gun works, and I'm going to be really breaking down the class setup when it comes down to it, but we'll talk about the Unicorn, I guess, for a second first. So the Unicorn, yeah, basically it's unlocked, and they've changed the way variants are unlocked. So as soon as you hit level 105, you have this as your mastercraft. You just basically have to hover. It's kind of confusing how to figure out how to put on variants, but it's before you pick on the weapon. You basically, when you go to pick on the weapon, you press up on the D-pad, and it shows you all the different variants you have for it. So this is very interesting for a couple of reasons. Number one, the look of the gun is pretty funny and pretty cool, which is dope to have such a cool looking gun. We didn't get guns that looked like this for World War II until like the summertime, so it's cool they have good looking variants. And then also you can notice it completely changes the iron or the default sights on this gun, which is something that we saw in World War II, which the variants in World War II were technically cosmetic only, what they would say, but it really would affect the gameplay because certain sights or certain variants would change the default sights of the class setup, allowing you to not use a red dot, open up that slot, which isn't as important in the way the class setups work in this game, because opening up one slot isn't that big of a deal usually, because you need two to really work with anything for the most part on most setups, because you need to put on a wild card, or whether it's primary gunfighter 1, primary gunfighter 2, or a perk agreed, but it still is pretty good. And that's with this variant. You can basically earn your way up on the Black Ops pass. I'm sure a lot of people have this by now who are watching this video, or if not, you can basically, I think the tiers are 50% off right now as well to purchase, or you can just grind your way up with this, which is what I would recommend, because they're increasing the rates all the time, and it seems like every day it's getting easier to earn this. Plus we're on quad feed, which I believe gives double of that. So the GKS, let's talk about this gun, let's talk about a class setup, because my opinions on this gun have kind of changed. So this is how this gun works. This gun is a complete laser beam, no recoil, and how it works is basically with this gun, right? Laser beam, no recoil, and the GKS has 38 bullets, which is very, very good as far as a magazine size, with a 1.32 reload time, which is the fastest reload time out of any of the SMGs, tied with the SOG 9mm. It also has the fastest aim down sight speed of all of the SMGs, and 38 bullets, which is more than every single SMG other than the Cornet, which of course has 60. So in utility, no recoil, a quick reload, good ADS speed, good magazine size. This gun is 10 out of 10 in utility. Where this gun falls down is when it comes down to damage, 6 to 8 shots to kill, which of course has been helped with those buffs of basically the range. So you're going to be getting more 6 and 7 shot kills than 8 shot kills, especially if you run a long barrel on this gun. But where it gets killed is the fact that it's basically rounds per minute are only 661, and that makes it to have a 0.54 time to kill. So what you're giving up with this weapon is in gun-on-gun gunfights, it won't be as strong because it just has a slower fire rate and slower time to kill. But when enemies aren't looking at you or picking up kills across the map or something, you have a no recoil god gun. So when it comes to the class setup, there's 2 different ways you can go, and it depends on what you want to do. And I think this gun is really good for either way, It all depends on how you want to play it. And that's why this video is sort of the GKS 2.0, because I'm really going to be analyzing and breaking down. I'm not just going to give you guys one class setup option. I'm going to talk about it. So first of all, you want to run this thing with 3 attachments either way. And the attachment sort of combo that you could go with is there's a couple different attachment combos you can go with. Number one is, back in the day, I used to run just double grip, grip 1, grip 2, and then quick draw. Now, quick draw will increase your ADS from a 0.20 second to a 0.15, which is already so minimal. It's not that big of a deal on this weapon, only getting a 0.05 buff to the quick draw speed basically isn't that big. So I've changed up what I rock with this GKS a little bit. Now, first thing you want to rock is you always want to have a long barrel on this. That's pretty much the attachment you want to have always. I have it on in this gameplay as well. You want to have at least long barrel number 1. Now, the issue here is you can either go, I think in this game I had grip 1, grip 2, and then long barrel. So that is an option, and grip 1 and grip 2 are great for the fact that you won't flinch when being in gunfights. However, the grip part of it kind of goes to waste because this gun has no recoil already, right? So you're sort of not using that, and you're sort of building a class up around taking one-on-one gunfights, which is great when you don't flinch, but it's kind of something that you want to avoid. So basically, your options for attachments, and of course you can run a red dot, yes or no, depending on if you like the sights of this gun, if you use it with the unicorn. You know, this class setup, you don't have to use the unicorn variant. There's a class setup for any GKS, right? So basically you can go either grip 1, grip 2, and long barrel, which is great for winning gunfights, or you can go long barrel 1, long barrel 2, and then quick draw, or you could even put something else in that quick draw spot, like extended mags or something. And basically your choices here are between grip 1 and grip 2 and then the third one, or long barrel 1, long barrel 2, and then the third one. Now, with long barrel 2, long barrel is huge on this gun because this is a no recoil SMG. It's like a mini ICR is what people call it, right? Because it does the SMG version of an ICR god gun, right? And its strengths are in having no recoil, picking off kills at range, which of course the range of an SMG is a lot different when we're talking the range of a mini ICR like the GKS versus the range of a real assault rifle or like an ICR like that. So what I would recommend with long barrel 2 is long barrel 1 is of course great, but long barrel 2 actually allows your bullets to hit the target faster, which in turn increases your time to kill by a very minuscule amount. So it all comes down to personal preference. What I was rocking is I was going back and forth with the setups, and I really found that it depends. You know, on a map like Contraband, where yes, I'm going to be running at people and fighting them head on, yes, I do run grip 1, grip 2, and then long barrel. But on maps where it's going to be running more flank routes, maybe playing a little bit more stealthy, you might want to run long barrel 1, long barrel 2, and then slap on something different for that third attachment. I think attachments are so key with this gun because I've told you its strengths and I've told you its weaknesses, and long barrel 2 can help you know, combat that weakness, and so can grip 2. So it's all up to preference on those, what you would prefer. And then when it comes down to the rest of the setup, basically I have one extra point, which, like I'm talking about, one extra point isn't too useful in this game. I slap on a secondary pistol, but you could slap on a red dot depending on if you like this sight or not. And then as far as gear, I run with the ComSec device, which is just my personal favorite. When it comes down to gear, it's all up to personal preference and really all plays into playstyle. I would recommend sticking to 3 main ones if you're a strong player. You want to stick to the acoustic sensor, the stim shot, and then the ComSec device. Body armor can be good. The other one is probably only, you know, to get your specialist faster, is probably only good for competitive scenarios or certain game modes. Body armor can be good if you're, you know, just trying to hold like a 1 KD, but personal preference for gear. And then my perks, I run Flak Jacket, Gung Ho, and then Ghost, and it's a pretty good. I really do like how Gung Ho, of course, I run on every setup, and Ghost now, after the secret buff that Ghost got, where basically you can, if you're walking around or you're moving, you know, a little bit, you will stay off the radar. You don't have to be in a full dead-on sprint, which is of course good for an SMG class setup, and that one is basically, you know, another thing I run. So I'll show the whole class setup up on the screen right now. This is my GKS 2.0 class setup. You can see here I do have the grip 1 and grip 2, but like I say, that it all comes down to what playstyle you're sort of playing and what map you're sort of playing. And I really wanted to, you know, make class setup videos where I'm not just saying, here, this is the best class setup, because that's not how it works. There's not just one class setup that's just better than everything. There's class setups that are better than others for certain scenarios, and that you really want to, when you want to be smart about it and think about it, you know, what scenario is going to be happening more often based on my playstyle, based on the game mode, based on the map, and that's how you even should be picking your weapons. You know, Contraband is a good SMG map. That's how you should be picking your weapons, and that's how you should be picking your kill streaks and designing everything around that class up. So, hope you guys did enjoy this video. The Tactical Unicorn GKS, pretty cool gun. Definitely check out this GKS 2.0 class up and give it a try if you guys want to. Drop a like on this thing if you guys made it to the end. I would really appreciate that. And like I said, smash up to 1,000 likes. I'll have another video up for you guys in the morning. If we can do that, that would be amazing. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and not already subscribed. I appreciate the support so much, and like I said, you know, a lot of content coming this weekend, so just keep supporting. It's much appreciated. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great night, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. I'm out. Peace.